Hello friends and welcome to my playthrough of Cipher Zero. My name is Jonathan and this is a blind playthrough, so if you have comments, keep them spoiler free please, but I am recording several episodes ahead, so it is unlikely we'll have any too big of an incident. So far, I have discovered 3 major rules, it appears, that the puzzles in this game follow. And we are in the middle of the farm biome, so I assume that we're not going to see any new rules in this session, but we probably will see some interactions we haven't seen before. So let's jump in. This is the 3rd section out of who knows how many in the farm. And we get, we do get something new. We get a dot that is in a cell. So the first questions that come to mind. So I'm going to assume at first that the dot still means what a dot meant, which was the number of adjacent shaded cells. However, I don't know if the cell that it's in is counted as adjacent. So that's the first theory I'm going to test. No. So dot means, new working theory, that it means strictly adjacent. This wasn't anything that was questionable before because we never had the cell that the dot was in actually be a interactable cell. So I think this is going to be okay. Okay, adjacent shaded, not itself. I'm going to mark that down in my notebook. And we will see what the next one holds. Okay. These both want their neighbors shaded, so I think we should just be able to do that. Yep. This one wants its neighbor shaded. This clue is satisfied. Yes. One of these two shaded. Whichever one we pick will satisfy the corresponding clue. This can't be shaded, because if it were, that would satisfy both of these clues and we couldn't shade either of the neighbors. So that's out, actually. Which forces this in. The dot forces that out. That's in. Yep. Alright. And then we need both of the neighbors of this one, which satisfies that clue as well. One of these two. Oh, well, this tells us that that is shaded. The dot says that's not shaded. The tick means that has to be. We need 2 of the neighbors, whichever one. This needs only 1 neighbor, so that means that has to be shaded. If this is shaded, is that a problem? No. That's a possibility. This may be a multiple solutions kind of deal. First thing I tested seemed... No, if this is shaded, we had this problem before. If this is shaded, we can't shade either of those because of these 2 clues, but we must shade one of them because of this clue. So that's unshaded. This gets its neighbor. The 2 dots say this unshaded. This clue means that's shaded, and this clue means that's shaded. Good there. Next up, we need 2 in this column, 1 in this column, 1 in this row. So, this one, suppose this is shaded. That takes care of this whole column and this whole row because of these clues, which just forces these 2 to both be shaded for this one, which breaks that clue. That's unshaded. So this dot means that one is shaded. This still could be this unshaded cell with this clue means that one's shaded. This one's now done. The dot means this one's done. The tick means that one's in. Good. Alright, now we've got a 3-er. that the 3 can't be both of these because of this dot. So it's going to be these 2 and one of these. This needs one of its neighbors shaded, but neither of these clues care about that. This one needs one of these shaded. I feel like there might be multiple solutions to this one. Like, that's one, I think. This has 3 neighbors. This has its one neighbor, and 2 in this column. That's one option. Is there another option? If this were not shaded, that forces that, which forces that out. This one's happy. This one needs a shaded neighbor. Like, this would also work. Like that. I think there are 2 solutions to that one. Diagonally adjacent the dot clues seem to be more powerful. This dot means one of these is shaded, and that's going to take care of one of these 2. Does that matter for some reason? If this were shaded, that does a lot of work. It makes all 4 of these happy, which means all 4 of these are unshaded. It would do that. This clue would mean those 2 are unshaded. These 2 clues would both need their... Actually, that's a working solution. And again, I'm tempted to say, but what if it were different? But I don't need to, because this is not a game about uniqueness. This is a... I keep saying this, but I have to for my own sanity, because it's just not the kind of puzzle that we're used to doing when I do logic puzzles on the channel. 2 of these are shaded. It can't be the 2 outside ones, because that would make this clue sad. So that's one of them. That makes this clue happy, so that's not shaded. This clue, one of these two are shaded for this dot. No, for this dash. So the dot is going to be satisfied by either of them, so that's unshaded, so that is shaded. This dot means this one's unshaded. We need one more in this column. We need one more in this row. We need one more in this column. And one more in this row. So I think it doesn't matter whether I go on the positive or negative diagonal. And, ooh, bunch of 2. So these 2 diagonally. This one means that both of these are shaded. This one is done. And these this is like chess bishops. They're not interacting in any way. So these 2 clues both need both of their neighbors to be shaded. Okay, and to finish up this volume, we are going to look at this clue. See, 3 of these are shaded. 3 of these are shaded. One of those... Okay, well this one. Okay, this clue forces only exactly one of these 2 to be shaded, and that interacts with this one to force those 2 to be shaded. That makes this clue happy, so that's unshaded. Again, thinking about this like a checkerboard, what does that say about this one? This clue says that one of these 2 are shaded. One of these 2 are shaded. So I think either that or that would satisfy all of the clues in that particular checkerboard arrangement. And that's all there is to say about that. So let's look at the other ones. This one says 3 of the 4 of these are. This clue says only one of those 2 is. So these 2 are both shaded. That makes this one happy. So that's out. And this one or that one. Either one could work. We're in that same ambiguous situation. It could be both of these or this one. So we'll do that one. And that should be a potential solution. So have we finished the farm? Are they all 3? Yeah, so that lit up. No, there are more in this one. That lit up, but I don't... Did anything change about it? It's still kind of dilapidated, so... And I suppose I should wonder whether this is something decryptable at the bottom or not. But since there's another section in this, and I presume they get longer, and it has been about the 10-ish minutes we try to keep episodes on this channel, I am going to pause there and say come back next time for the next section of the farm.